Hey everybody, Fervitude here, and you know what time it is. It is finally time to do either one of the two story quests that I want to do. I hope you liked my previous video of the demo of Darway, because we're going to get back into Genshin Impact. And this time we're just going to start with when they talk about tonight. It's the Chiori story quest, so let's go ahead and do it.
It seems like there's another event going on at the court of Fontaine! Look at that! Roadside signs as far as the eye can see! Let's see what they're for. Fontaine Fashion Week? Ooh, why don't we go check out some of the shops? Maybe we can pick up some cool new clothes.
Much quieter outside.
There's Chiori herself.
Is this really okay? I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chiori boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had passed me by.
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today?
Okay, I got one question. What is with those heels? The shoes? How could anyone walk like that? If there's a Chiori cosplayer that does this, is it hard to walk in those shoes? Never mind.
Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises. Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
Oh, I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today!
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all.
I love her stare. I don't know why. It just makes me laugh smile.
Anything you're looking for today? A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
Hey, Paimon's not a kid!
No, you're emergency food, no matter what. We actually came to ask about Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh, that. Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun, but it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends.
I honestly have to give kudos to Chiori's VA. She's done a good job as voicing her character.
Come to think of it, it was also at a previous fashion week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year? In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
My only question is, why are the dogs wearing fashion? You see a dog holding the cane in his tail and he wears a top hat. The other one is just wearing some of the hat that is worn in the 22nd. I don't remember, the 14th century. Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought. All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chiori designs at the show?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to inazuman-made fabrics. The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Ugh, something like that. Yes.
I seriously love your stare. Also, if anyone has not noticed who the character is, she is from Inazuma, but she turned, well, let's just say that her ideals wasn't fit in that fashion. Let's just say that, oh, teacher didn't approve of her way of things, like it's first come, first served when it comes to customers, right? Well, she made a high official, some sort of official, waiting for a day. And that pretty much pissed her teacher off.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Yeah, is it the cat yokai?
Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through.
Yep, my favorite cat.
Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm really sorry.
Deep breaths, Kirara, then start again.
Somebody get her some water, maybe even milk.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been a while. Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now, isn't it? Oh, you somehow always happen to catch me off my game, huh?
I honestly have not caught you. This is my first time seeing you like this. Anything else was just from the last events.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
That's not what the tales are talking.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
I don't know why, but I just want to pet those tails. Does anyone like the tails? It's entrancing. The tails can't lie.
Alright. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine. They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komani Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
So it was a targeted hit?
I'm guessing, fashion competitors.
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
So is competitors still. The shoes, though. Why?
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you? Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Don't lie.
Well...
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
Yeah, just look at the stare. She ain't joking around.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk. So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chiori Boutique's delivery.
So a fashion designer rivalry, I guess?
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here.
She gonna kill somebody.
Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
She gonna beat someone to death.
All right. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uter.
Uter. No, that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
No, she's definitely gonna kill that man.
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
So you both know this Uter guy?
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
Oh, so he's like a business rival.
Hopefully no more than that.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name.
Sounds like a tremendous asshole.
I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
I take it back. The man is downright despicable. Oh, she's gonna kick his ass.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
To kill a man?
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
She gonna beat him into submission.
Chiori! Wait!
I don't think she ain't gonna stop.
And she's gone.
Oh no. What should we do?
Pray to God that he ain't dead.
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week.
And I think it might come true.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komania Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
Yeah, we'll take good care of Chiori.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uter guy's safety.
Forget about the guy. Anyway, welcome to the quest. Oh, look who it is. Just in time to stop him. To stop her.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that. Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
Hey, Chefri. How you doing, Chefress?
Chevras, we meet again.
Is she on patrol?
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made.
I honestly quite enjoyed playing as her character as much as I could. But my complaint was, why the polearm and not the musket itself? I mean, can it?
I suppose the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol. Not ideal, if you ask me.
Well, you were one of the leading roles after all.
So, did something happen?
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
To prevent the man being beat to death.
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Have I ever made a bad call?
Ooh.
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
By killing the man. Or just beating him to death.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Oh, that's funny. And I'm getting intimidated by both them. Her vocal demeanor, while her stare alone is putting me down, is pretty much making me like cower like a chihuahua.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
That's a smart idea.
Are you planning to?
That's a concerning idea.
Not if I can help it.
That is even more concerning.
All right. Where is this person?
Follow me. This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with him.
Yeah, she gonna beat his ass to death.
You know, Chevras, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
What's their first thought?
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Meripede. But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
That's called gossip, honey.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
It's gossip, honey.
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And nothing brings out that sort of vanity quite like fashion. As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
So they spill all the things when they're shopping for clothing. Well, people do gossip a lot when it comes to looking for clothing.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it now.
Honestly, I want a Paimon to scratch my back. It's just because I have short arms, I can't reach my back.
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself.
That's how dangerous Chiori might be. Especially that she dual wields.
So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
That's angry?
Oh, so this is what happened.
Yes, tell her, Paimon. I like this transition better.
Uter, you say?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior.
And I'm guessing he didn't even actually obey the order. And actually, he ignored that.
So he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
Sure, but why?
She gonna beat him to death, that's what.
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Ooh. Oh shit! Did she toss his ass out of the window? Dude, seeing that just reminds me of the movie Black Dynamite. The one where he just throws the bunch of dudes out of the window. Kids. Oh shit. The shoes though.
What are you doing?
Hey.
Stay away from me!
Oh damn.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
No, but I've learned the definition of insanity.
Huh?
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks.
Damn.
Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Ahem. Chiori?
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
It should have been me.
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's not-
Oh crap.
Forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Damn it, I misclicked again. Apologies.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future. Especially out in the open like this.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
Okay.
You...
Well, You are pretty trash.
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
It's not over yet. That's what he's saying. Goddamn, why is these stairs so intimidating and attractive at the same time?
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon. How did he just go flying out like that?
Such a graceful arc.
You're too kind.
I'm always kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
Oh, not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that.
At least you didn't kill the man.
I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
That's mercy.
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety. Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
Why is she so demanding?
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
Jeez.
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
Damn. It's literally all I have to say.
We're back.
Alright. We're back with the Katie.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
Well,
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
adorable.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Oh.
They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rusula can take the second half.
Okay.
With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Good one, Chiori.
I don't think she's joking.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing. For my own peace of mind. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
Since she's already talked to the patrol, just think of it as you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours type of situation.
Yes, well put.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then I guess it's fine.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
I have an inkling feeling that it's not going to be that simple.
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating this year.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the chance.
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand, yes?
Well, I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only natural that some people from other nations haven't heard of it.
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chiori brand renowned throughout all of Teyvayt.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with Fashion Week?
I'm sure I could think of something.
Ooh, what is it? What is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
So we're gonna try out some clothing. That seems okay.
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
Will we wear anything else that's different? Come on.
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
Do you need us for the runway too? Or can we keep the outfits?
Most of the clothes you see during Fashion Week are meant to showcase the designer's vision. They're not exactly suitable for ready-to-wear use. If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. I'll even give you a special discount.
I honestly just want a... if there is an option to have the travelers' costumes to be different, it better be for each nation, please. Each nation, come on. You got different costumes from any other characters, but not for the traveler? Come on.
Ooh, sounds great! Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design stuff.
Paimon too.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, traveler, and... I don't know. Paimon here will show off some kids' designs. I'll see you both tomorrow then.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes? Paimon told you already she's not a little kid!
Well, we all know what you really are, but still, you're as small as a kid too.
Speaking of clothes, do yours happen to need any mending right now, Kirara?
Well, since you asked, Chiori, there's this part around my waist.
Oh, need a bit of letting out around the middle.
No! It's a tear. Those bad guys did it.
Chiori, we're here!
Sup, Chiori?
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Hey, you like to be punctual.
Wait, has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
I guess she made due to her promise.
Did everything go alright on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage.
How many did you send?
The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself.
Okay, that's unfortunate and intimidating enough. Did she just put herself back in the box? That's cute.
They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey.
Even the rocks will suffer from this.
I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara. An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by, I'd say.
I never had a macaron. Are they really good?
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier. I'm pretty sure she can't wait for another escort opportunity to come her way.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
I almost see it.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity. That sort of determination and courage is something I really admire. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit from my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
I cannot imagine your excitement. Every single emotion that people has found you with the emoji, it's the same thing. It's just lips. You either smile or not smile. And the stare, your eyes do not show any expression.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvayt. Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're here to model.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you help me set up the shop displays in the meantime?
Set them up? How exactly?
Pick them up, put them down. That's what we do.
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Oh no.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
Oh no. What do I do?
So,
Please?
we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Similar styles then? I guess inazuman kimono? This one's men's formal wear. And that is... There we go. There you go.
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design.
I was afraid of what to do if I put them in wrong. Should either be mad.
Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand. Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss
We haven't even
Chiori.
started. We haven't even started.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Something's wrong. I could tell from the way she was staring down, looking downward.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
I'm sorry, what?
Cancel your order.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed?
It's just mighty suspicious.
It's alright. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
I'm seeing it's quite
Is
suspicious.
it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? Wonder why she wouldn't tell us why she was canceling her order.
Y'all smell that, guys? Kinda smells like sabotage to me. Sounds like foul play is performed here.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball. I've pretty much heard it all.
I'm thinking it's gotta do something with you, to be honest.
Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
I think it's truly best to pry.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
What?
Is Miss Chiori in?
Again, suspicious for me.
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
More returns?
Oh, could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short? Or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Another one?
Another one?
Another one.
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes?
Damn it, dude. Just tell her the reason.
Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
Tell her.
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty criminals.
I smell sabotage.
Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
Just for that. Also, what?
And just who is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
I think we all know who.
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
You...
Dude, when she's mad, she's mad.
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price.
Alright.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Pump his ass.
Chiori.
These rumors.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days.
I think it may not be over.
The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my designs.
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for themselves.
It starts with rumors, and then it starts with another thing. Closing supplies for that said designer.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for
I
the
knew it.
love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work? Go on. What's the matter now?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
Yep, there it is.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Not the pre-orders.
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
They quit?
I think they'll probably pull out as well.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Why do I feel like that something happened that was a setup?
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Maybe we'll be able to find out what happened.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your clothes.
Thank you. In that case, please come with me.
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
Reasonable, huh?
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Wow, I guess those rumors were made up so badly.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company. Sending a messenger, for example.
Why, that is ridiculous.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Straightforward. I love her.
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days, I never even read the others.
So, these rumors. The Steambird was the one that published them?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion tabloids.
And when some people read some tabloids, it's just quick news and quick assumptions.
Well
Right.
then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
But you know what's worse? This on the day before Fashion Week.
You would think that. But this time is different. Someone
How?
paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned of the rumors.
Every house? That
Wow.
means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
Why do I have a feeling that it's gotta be Uther? Ututir.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori.
Knew it.
The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating up someone on the street yesterday.
So it was a trap.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
It was a trap.
Ucher again.
And he got your ass. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Do we see it? Alright, Chiori Boutique, located within our good court of Fontaine, claims to be a clothing store with unique style, but there is another side for those few who look beneath the facade. Blah blah blah. Two criminals are both. They're wearing Chiori Boutique clothes. Investigation suppliers that there's something more of the discovery that criminals favor these wares. The clothing can be worn by anyone. Who cares if criminals wear the criminals? Everyone can boast about their fashion. Who cares? Read. What? Ooh? When we ask criminals, you didn't even, what? Okay.
Behind the scenes, the true Chiori Boutique takes shape. Not a fashion house, but a house of lies. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chiori brand employs illegal competitive tactics to come out on top, giving hope to the evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you
what?
conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty.
That's the most stupidest thing I've ever heard, and yet people believe this bullcrap?
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
But he's the first, but he attacked her first. He innocent and goes to attack a courier.
Yeah, he was the one who started it, that little...
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon. But it can't be helped now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
Really?
But that was so long ago.
And yet people will still have opinions about that.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. Once tainted, it can never be washed clean.
It can. With a good cleaner.
They claim
Maybe.
that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
I can't even tell if she's mad or even madder.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your clothes.
And that's the dumbest thing they could do.
But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about in a day or two. Especially when they've found several people to back up their claims.
Either they get paid to back up their claims.
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we can defeat them fair and square.
If I were younger, I might have said yes. But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to consider now. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week. And I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity.
My dude, sooner or later, she's gonna have to deal with it, either way.
I understand.
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year. You just need to wait for all of this to blow over.
You know, something tells me that she will not let this go.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own choices.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Well, fair enough. Then, I suppose all there's left to say is... best of luck. As for the models... none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
Of course.
Understood. Take care.
Yeah.
So, what should we do now?
Without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
How could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch of lies?
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. It's about echoing the loudest voice in the room. I should have seen it from the beginning. Uter knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday was just a trap.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Yeah. We're taking the L, guys. We're taking the L. Oh, just in time. Oh, Charlotte.
Traveler! Paimon!
I knew it was Charlotte.
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
To save our asses, that's what.
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking about it makes Paimon's blood boil.
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic integrity.
They'll do anything for fame. Most people will do anything just to get their story out.
Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander.
That's right.
I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who misrepresent and distort the facts.
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some people back on our side!
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to be. She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur
Really?
Verite.
Wait, you named your camera Monsieur Ferrete?
Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
She just left, honey.
She was just here. Maybe she went over there? Let's go check!
The rivers will run red. Alright.
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
Shut up, fool.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
Wow. You know what? I'm gonna kick your ass for that. Come here. Bad mouse, my Chiori.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before. Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
Someone give me a bucket of water. I'll splash that. Seriously. It's one thing I hate more is people that like to chatter about someone behind their backs. That really grinds my gears. She must be somewhere else.
Oh no, we've lost her. Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know her.
If she hasn't done that, then that makes sense. No one knows about her.
It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that to mislead people who don't know anything else about her.
Extreme is a little merciful when it comes to wording.
This is all Tara's fault. Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she could.
Oh, I can imagine.
Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so she can, finish what she started?
That's what I mentioned. I said she's gonna kill the man. But I don't think she's that pissed off to do that.
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
She's thinking right now.
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then.
Yeah, she might be there. First of all, I gotta clean my mug.
Elaf, we're back!
Uh-huh.
Oh, who's this?
Oh, she was the person that bought her wedding dress, eh?
Ah, this is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't say you're returning that dress too.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
Oh, we got the one supporter. Right. She said that she has a dream of having a Chiori wedding dress. I think she's still believing in that dream right now.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
And I don't think she's gonna let some tabloid stop her from wearing that dress.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori boutique, and we put down a custom order for a dress. He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes, and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses to my wedding has always been my dream.
That's a dude in love with you. That is a man in love with a woman so badly, he will do anything just to buy that. I mean, tire and fortune, sure, but hell, if all he wants to do is make his woman happy, then yes, he'll do it.
And then?
I'm sure you guys understand.
And then, something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if something happened, and I told her everything.
Oh, she wanted to cancel?
She heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well. She promised that I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
No one's gonna jack up the prices just for that.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on. My fiancé happened to walk into the room, and when he saw me, he froze on the spot.
Really?
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
It's bad luck now, but...
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business, so as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
We need that proof.
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
What a console.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Yep.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Still, the dogs are wearing... Wait. Is the... Oh, wait, that's just the first shave. Never mind. Oh, I thought for a second that the dogs was wearing pants.
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
Seriously, it looks like the dog is wearing pants, but it's just the fur. I'm confused.
Alright, sounds good. Let's go!
Only I noticed the smallest of details.
There you are, Chiori!
Aw.
How did you know where I... Alof told you, didn't she?
She lost composure for a moment.
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So, you see? You don't have to be sad. We'll figure out how to get through this together.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning.
Yeah, it's pretty high up. It doesn't look like there's a lot of space.
Don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall.
I hope you will.
Alright, don't mind if we do.
She's really pretty. But the view looks polygonic. It hasn't rendered yet.
How does it feel?
Oh, that's cute. That's beautiful.
This place is pretty great.
Most of the time, the game doesn't render the things fast enough. So you won't get this beautiful landscape, but this is better.
Right? It's quiet and open. And far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
That kind of relaxes me a lot more.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate.
Really?
One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
Mm-hmm.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
Sorta.
Paimon, don't talk if you don't know.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago.
Really?
You could say I really tried their patience.
You were that misbehaved?
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things.
Right. Because Inazuma has always been on tradition, and if something doesn't go with tradition, they just toss them out.
On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call.
Hey, fashion designers have their own way of doing things. They ain't just for one person.
Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me. Not even to do grunt work.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
And she ain't coming back.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvayt.
Great
Well,
dream.
that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted.
It all starts with something small and grows.
I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion.
Well, I know someone who absolutely adored your designs and dreamed of wearing one at her wedding.
Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back.
And she got a plan.
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't upset, didn't I?
She was thinking, she was cooking. Let her cook, Paimon.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara.
Hey, that's actually the first great idea you've ever made, Paimon.
Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I won't stop her either.
Yeah, you got friends from good places.
I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
I'm seeing the fly over my yard.
Sounds good. We'll come with. As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
I knew she ain't gonna let this go.
But your accessories. Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
Hey, if you know what they say, if you can't use the old ways, you gotta find new ways.
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that, but to tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma, and the vow I made in front of those masters. Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back.
Gotta move forward.
The sea.
What did you just say, Chiori?
She just has an inspiration idea.
The sea. Seashells, coral. I've got it.
Got what?
She got inspiration, Paimon. Shut up.
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
Oh, we gonna take a dip?
Chiori!
Wait,
hold up!
I see a Hydroculus. Wait up. Wait up.
Chiori, why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitoir? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Ah, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us!
Out of the way, but a ravishing romaritine flower. And what else? What else is there? Hey. No, that's not good enough. What's this? Ah, see, barrel conch. There we go.
These should be enough, right? Paimon picked all the prettiest ones in this area.
It's weird that that we're all talking under the water, but then again, the blessing of Fontaine, blessing of the Hydroarchon, it's weird.
Chiori, will these do?
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
Great! So are we gonna head back now and make some new designs?
It's echoing again.
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about when we get back.
We got the new clothing. Ah, thank God we just traveled back to the boutique.
Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
Sometimes we gotta do what's necessary.
I should be able to make it, if I skip out on sleep.
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major
It kind of sounds pretty similar to the one we've had with Ganya before, but I guess going after what you want means making certain sacrifices.
Ganyu? Who's that?
A friend of ours who does way too much overtime. Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
What else can we help with?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
You got it! Wait, what did you just say?
Oh.
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show. I used the larger pieces for the base fabric, and the smaller pieces for accessories.
Ah, yeah.
If it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as well.
That's actually good, smart thinking right there. Take what you have on you already and just separate all the fabrics. Start from scratch, then you got yourself a clothing design.
But you worked so hard on all these outfits.
It don't matter, Paimon.
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Sometimes display can be useful.
Okay, then here goes nothing.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you. Of course, if anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer.
Oh, okay. That's an imagination. Alright, so...
Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions.
Alright, so... How is a nice
Good job.
neat...
That should do it.
Look at that. We just joined all those colors and it says neatly stacked fabric. That's nice. That's good attention to detail.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and...
Uh-oh.
Whoa. What happened to your shop?
Who
Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? They even sent people to wreck your shop.
Navio, just calm down. I believe there's been a misunderstanding.
Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes,
Oh, shit.
I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
I just flinched just like Lumine right here. She angry. She really angry. And she's asking for names. She ain't playing around. Oh, no.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
Boss, please, go easy on us.
Huh?
Ugh, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric and accessories we can get.
Make do what we have.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now.
She almost went
Back
penguin.
to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just pretend like I didn't say anything.
No, we're gonna keep it for memory. This is gonna go on and upload.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
She brought up the shotgun umbrella. She even brought... I can't
If there's
say
one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends and get away with it.
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course.
Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom tailored here.
Ah, so that's why.
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. That's why I didn't ask you in the first place, silly. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
I can see that.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show.
She's already at war, guys. She is already at war.
When are you going to get started? I can help with sewing too.
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Ask away. I'm all ears.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their help as well.
Well, if you're bringing Linny and Lynette into the mix, oh, we're gonna put some dramatic flair, huh?
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the boutique?
Oh, shit.
Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Damn it, Charlotte, not you too. Yeah.
Not this again.
Alright, let's talk with him.
What should we do about these clothes everywhere? Need any help?
Sort them by the type of fabric first, and then by color. Oh, and don't forget to remove any accessories and put them to the side.
That sounds pretty straightforward. I'll help too.
Alright. Looks like I've made it to their apartment.
Lynette! Great, you're both here!
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori. She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Yeah, Chiori's got some good friends here.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
Exactly.
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take care of it.
Okay, so it's like this.
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
Paimon's glad to hear it! Well then, guess it's about time we go and find some evidence for all the bad stuff Uterra's been doing, right? Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Uter fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be like,
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second?
Yeah, something like that.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
All right, we're counting on you.
I'm actually glad I got it.
Then let's also do as Chiori said, and meet up with her at Uter's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then.
I would have said something like before, but I'm kind of glad I got Lynette's to C6. I almost had Fremenite to C5. But I'm not too sure if I want to get Lenny. I mean, if I would have gotten Lenny, I would have gotten the family equipped. I would have gotten all that.
Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits for the show.
Sorry?
Oh, you're here.
Chiori! How are the new outfits coming along? You look kinda tired.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Alov. We should be able to make tonight's show.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uter has closed his factory. This is our only chance to secure any incriminating evidence.
So we're gonna find both an evidence and a face to beat down.
Okay, Paimon totally gets that this is all his fault and he totally deserves it, but wouldn't we technically be trespassing on his property if we just barge in like this?
His factory is usually open to the public. It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can stop by for a tour. We're just curious customers after all, aren't we?
When you should put it like that, yeah.
Well, when you put it that way...
Anyway, Uther's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get moving.
Why is he there? That's totes suspicious.
Why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes. I don't know. Maybe the rent here is cheap.
So he cares about cheap pricing and quantity.
Alright. Ooh, it's really creepy. Paimon would never choose to buy anything from a place like that.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
Yeah, alright. I'm gonna bring the police officer with this one. We're gonna crack down this thing. So.
We're in. There really is nobody here.
It's all too quiet to me. Guy looks nice in the surface.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please, follow me, dear guests.
Oh, look, it's an Eggman bot. Alright, let's just give it a run tour and see what they have to offer.
First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand.
Sounds bland. Can we move on?
After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
It's
Uther seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our designs are made. Please, take a look around at your leisure.
Yep, this seems like Uther's workspace, all right. Let's see what we can find.
It seems mighty suspicious. I mean... Alright, marketing expensive, 100,000 more. Employment expenses, 200,000 more. Material expenses... nothing interesting. Let's post out examples of Uther's old designs. There's nothing strange about them. I'm more concerned about the material rather than the design. The courier shall arrive at the city in the morning via...
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room.
It's not... It looks more like an elevator than a fitting room, if I have to look at a different angle. What the...
Why did the door just close?
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Why is it moving?
It's an elevator. Yep, we're finding a secret. Still.
It seems to have stopped.
Oh, look, it's a robot.
Where did this thing take us?
It seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
Oh, look, it's Tomoto. Okay, I forgot about them. Alright. Oh, I don't want to swim down there. Let me change it to Chavez to save Chiori from this. Getting dirty. Alright, so... Yeah, I knew it. Something was really weird here.
Look out! There are guards here!
I see chest!
Coming at ya! Justice will prevail! Final warning! I am the cutting edge of fashion! You picked the wrong fight!
Alright. Looks like everything's just run down here. And a conveyor belt? What the? Ooh, didn't mean to grab that. Looks like it's the real factory. There's the material fabric, a conveyor belt.
This place is filthy! Are the clothes from Uter's shop seriously made here?
And they slander her with working with criminal underworld things.
Look over there.
Polluted water?
Ooh, that water looks super nasty.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Paimon can smell the stench from all the way over here.
Wow.
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Uter?
So he was actually the one who opened an underground factory.
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Yeah, even making material out of unsafe material.
Should the clothes made here even be worn?
It shouldn't be even touched.
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
That's terrifying. Let's take some photos right away as evidence.
Yep. Let's bring that evidence. Yeah, you dare slander us with fake facts? We got actual evidence.
This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, the fashion police will always have something else to do. Wrong wording. Chiori's elemental skill can cause her to dash forward. I've already learned that, so... Right. After you have decided to dash direction, release the skill and dash to target location. Oh, so no one...
Huh? Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow me. Let's go up.
We make our own path, honey. So... Is it... Not sure if there's anything else up here as well. I'm not too sure. Her skill is pretty damn useful. I should have pulled for her.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse. Ugh, and it stinks too. Huh? What's going on? Our way here's been blocked.
The Tomotos have betrayed us. Just kidding. He wants us to trap us in the factory.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
Yeah, he has everything planned out.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because we used to be partners.
Wait, you're practically at each other's throats. Now you're telling us you used to work together?
When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. We shared the same goal, so we decided to work together.
But you two had different ideas.
In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave people in awe. But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, Uter's confidence disappeared little by little.
And that's when he used his underhanded tactics.
Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed of. And we parted ways.
He gave up, but you did not.
For my part, I gambled it all and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud. I was nervous to present it, of course, but I knew it was my chance to show the industry what I was made of. In the end, well...
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream and turned to making this sketchy stuff.
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened Chiori Boutique, he's harassed me every year since.
So he became better just because he gave up.
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
Indeed.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
That's true.
There are some control panels over there. Let's see if any of those buttons do anything.
Do not let it be puzzles. Alright, so we got 3 things to work with here. There's Jesus.
Oh, that doesn't seem to have done anything. Maybe try the next one? That didn't do anything either.
It's gotta be in the middle. Well, I think we may have unintentionally sabotaged the entire factory.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Oh, you shall perish.
Yeah. I think we're about to mess up this operation unintentionally.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Grab this color. Scatter!
Warning. Warning.
Hey,
Unauthorized
don't be trying to push me.
entering expulsion mode.
I'll push you back.
Inazuma shines eternal! Look over there. Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms.
Oh, sorry.
Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Oop, okay. I did not mean to skip the dialogue. I just...
Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Either my fault or that the damn thing just kept on repeating.
Warning. Warning.
Oh.
Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Expulsion. That's a strange word to use.
We finally made it out.
Don't say it, Paimon.
Uh-huh. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders.
Didn't mean to.
Initiating shutdown procedure.
I should have done that. Not smart. Not smart.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized
Alright.
intruders. Initiating shutdown
I'm
procedure.
gonna wait until the steam. There we go. There we go. Okay. Come on.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders. Initiating shutdown procedure.
Ooh. Oh, don't make me jump down there. Because I have no choice. Alright. Look at all the trash that's down here. This man is really pathetic.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here.
I bet that he's gonna have us trapped. Or cut us off. Yep, he cut us off.
Finally, the entrance. At last.
Don't say that, Paimon. You just jinxed us again.
Oh, those chambers couldn't hold you, I see. What a surprise.
You mean you're too pathetic.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff happening at your factory. You're not getting away this time, Uter.
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I have any intention of letting it get past these walls?
You realize we fought gods. We could take care of these tin cans.
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
Like improving the quality or making some improvements for your fashion or anything instead of hiring more robotic guards.
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
No, it's illegal purposes.
What? Destroying Chiori Boutique? Or continuing to make your rotten rags?
Proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of ignorance!
Oh.
You know what your problem is, Uter? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you. Stop trying to cater to it. Focus on your own work, and you get to decide what fashion means.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know. After all, what is fashion but another form of public opinion?
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal. But it's up to you to decide what it is. My brand caters to no one but myself and my vision. That's my ideal, and it's not going to change.
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that ideal truly is.
You know no one will care about that, right?
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long? You weren't like this before, Uter. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring the entire world to its knees?
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream was.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find a way to prove to yourself that it could never have been possible at all. You think you understand, but you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices. You regret giving up on your dream. So you stopped at nothing to prove to yourself that it wasn't the wrong choice. This whole thing, Uter. It's pathetic.
Pathetic? Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Teyvayt by storm. Well, good luck doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are fools. But more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
You...
Oi. Chiori, you go first. You got a show to catch.
Yeah, just leave this guy to us.
Yeah, we'll kick his ass for you.
No, you go instead.
But he has a gun.
She has 2 swords and a damn vision.
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan. I'll deal with him. Some lessons are best delivered in person.
She ain't messing around. You better stay safe.
Catch up with us soon.
Trying to leave, are we?
Damn.
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership, Uter.
You're dead, man.
But all that changed after our tour of your factory.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become like this, if I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy. Allow me to show you the true meaning of the Chiori brand.
Dude.
The Chiori brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chiori Boutique has prepared for you today.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
an enduring, never-say-die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chiori brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself.
I think she made quick work of that guy.
Lights, cameras, over here, please.
Let the show begin.
the world may change, fashion along with it, but Chiori will remain the same. No challenge is too great.
What's that shit? What is that?
Chiori caters to no one. Not even the times. Rather, Chiori will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget. Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand. Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
How about this?
Oh, the logo changed.
A little more to the left.
Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that looks great! Miss Chiori, can I take a picture?
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it before Fashion Week. I figured it'd be best to put it up after the success of the show.
Well, how can you become renowned through all of Teyvayt without a fancy signboard of your own? The Spina's way ahead of you in that regard.
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use one of those.
Yeah, everyone's gotta use a logo.
Our signatures are the Grinmalkin cat and the Bogglecat box. Oh, and we need to add Pear as well.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about... the Hangry Bird.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm.
You're a cat, you know about snuggly, about boxes.
And a bit cramped. Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Who tears his ass is going to jail.
It's my pleasure.
Fashion
Bringing
jail.
the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Huh? You really mean it?
You better not go overboard, Charlotte.
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette. If you have need of any costumes in the future, just drop me a note.
What about something other than a costume?
Thank you, Chiori. It's much appreciated.
Well, I don't really need anything. Just don't be a stranger, all right?
I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden.
Actually, that reminds me. When will you be leaving, Kirara?
Huh? About that.
What do you want, pets?
The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so
Oh,
you
no.
can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
Look at Fiva's face. She's still making due promises of the escorting. I think Kirara wants to just to walk alone. No people going with her.
What? No, that's so embarrassing.
What?
Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chiori?
A new costume, please?
Of course. Just hold on a second.
How about a new costume for the Traveler? Like, the Traveler ain't got no new costumes of the past couple of years.
Disrupting public order at the show. Appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization. Using weaponry in public. Hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities.
Damn it, Chefras.
Chevras, we can explain.
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your earliest convenience.
Yeah, she got our backs.
Enjoyed that, didn't you? Ugh, you nearly scared me half to death.
I can never tell with that face of yours. Please, show a little more expression.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not? A whole underground workshop in the Fleuve Sandra, and the man responsible all tied up and handed to you on a silver platter. Sounds pretty thoughtful if you ask me.
Like I said before, she made quick work of Utera.
All right, I won't argue with you. You can have this one.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice meal for our efforts. Let's go. Spina's treat.
I'll have to take a rain check. I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all go have fun. Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Venger on the way here. He had a message for you.
I don't need to hear it. I'm sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book. I'll just visit him some other day and give him a hard time about everything.
You know him well.
Thanks again, Shelvrus.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. That was really quite an amazing show.
Indeed it was.
You don't say.
Oh?
Alright, alright. Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast. Come on, we're leaving.
So this is it?
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's something I'd like to give you.
Oh?
A place with the view? Oh, Paimon knows where you mean.
Damn it.
Sure, no problem.
Stop being so loud, Paimon.
Perfect. I'll be right there. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
What is it? Brooch.
Oh, wow! A brooch! And in the style of Chiori Boutique, too! Wait, Paimon gets one as well?
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two.
Thank you.
You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side. There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win. Even if it was just to honor the trust that you had in me.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit. This result, it was all you, Chiori.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself.
And you got plenty of those.
A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chiori Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you aren't worried it'll rub some people the wrong way?
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world, much less any individual. I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory feast?
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little while
It's
longer.
no problem.
You know, of all the nights I've spent in Fontaine, I'd say this is the loveliest by far.
And I agree. Well, that's literally it. We finally completed this. Alright. And we've got our little furnishing, and that's about it here. And I really like the view here. So, again, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, please give this video a like or dislike. Again, you all know what to do. If you enjoyed it, comments in the comment section down below. If you want me to continue doing the Genshin story stuff, which I will be doing our Chinos next. So if you're looking forward to it, just let me know in the comments, and and I'm guessing you're gonna enjoy that one. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and hope to see you guys in a new video. And to support my channel, please subscribe to my channel if you truly enjoyed my content. And if you're new, again, click the subscribe button. Or if you just came back, I'm just glad you guys just returned to watch my videos as well. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys in a new video. Peace out, and have a great weekend.